think we can all agree that Guest 666 is one of the hardest killers to go against. The reason is because a lot of his abilities are broken, and he is really, really fast. Like, it is impossible to outrun this guy. So, I just found out a way that you can actually survive him, and you can counter him. Let me explain. Now, one class that actually goes really well against Guest 666 is actually Guest 333. The reason the Guest 1337. The reason this is because when you play as Guest 666, if you're using like shift lock and if you're running at a guest, you cannot. He is so big that you can't actually see the survivor you're running at sometimes. And what makes this so good for Guest is that if Guest 666 can't see him, then he can just block, and Guest 666 won't know that, so he'll literally hit the guest, make the block work, and then Guest 1337 can just punch him and deal a lot and basically just stun him. Now, if you keep doing this, then you can actually counter this killer really, really well. This is the one killer that Guest really works against, because Guest 666 can't see what he's doing if he's running straight at a survivor. He is not that good. He is not that good at seeing what survivors are doing. Another survivor that counters Guest 666 really good is actually Two Time. The reason this is because Guest 666 is giant. His hitbox is giant, so it is so easy to just get a backstab. Meaning that if you're playing as Two Time or Guest and you're playing against Guest 666, you're going to have a much easier time than if you're playing against any other survivor. Now, these are just my tips, and hopefully this will help you. And hopefully this will help you get better at countering him. Also, I have to say, and that's really all I gotta say. All I really want to talk about is the new skin. But I guess I'll also talk about his abilities. So the thing that makes Guest 6 so annoying is his abilities. One basically just stops the timer and gives him extra time to attack, and this can be absolutely brutal in Last Man Standing, because basically you have just given yourself a full 2 minutes to take out a survivor, except from the normal 1 minute 30. Me personally, think the developers should stop you from being able to do that. But no, you can just do that whenever you want. That's just a thing you can do, which I think is just crazy. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to basically just make Last Man Standing an easy win. Last Man Standing should be hard. Well, not hard, but it shouldn't be that easy. And also another reason this killer is so overpowered is because this guy is fast, and his attack hitbox is absolutely broken. I have seen him be really far away from a survivor when he's doing his dash attack and still somehow hit him. This is literally this guy's literally Jason again, but on this guy's literally Jason hitbox, but on crack. His hitbox is so giant. Now, to be honest, the one upside is that his abilities aren't very damage related. The only ability that actually deals damage is his lunge, and that lunge is really good. And it can deal a heap of damage. And that's what makes, and also Guest 666 abilities are just really, really big. His hitbox is really big, his abilities are really strong, and even if most of his abilities don't deal damage, they give him a really, really big upside. Also, what he can basically do is he can literally make your max health lower than it should be, and this is absolutely horrible for Guest. Now, I was saying, oh, you should play Guest. This is the one thing that counters Guest, is that basically if he damages you or gives you hemorrhage, which lasts for 30 minutes, what it will basically do it'll health lower, and you can't get that max health back unless if someone physically heals you, like an Elliot. Which means basically, if you're playing as a class like an Elliot or some other class, you are absolutely cooked in every sense of the word. You're just done for. Like that's all I gotta say. You are absolutely done for. And that's why I think Guest 666 is, to be honest, I think he is kind of fair. Because one, his hitboxes are really, really big. It is easy to stun Guest 666. And also, it's easy to see him from a mile away. He's not a sneaky killer like Jason is. Anyone in the round can see him and can easily run away. So I think what I kind of think is I think he's a bit overpowered, but he's not the worst. It's just if you're playing against a person who's good at it, which most of them aren't because they haven't played this character for more than one day, then that's a problem. But the upside of this person is that he won't be giving us trouble now because people have barely gotten any time to get used to him. So now we're safe. But when people get better at playing this class, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're absolutely cooked. But yeah, I have to say, I think Guest 666 is a bit overpowered, but he's not the worst. He can be countered, he has his weaknesses, he has his strengths, he's not the worst. I just think that in some areas, he's better than he should be. That's what I gotta say. That's basically all I got for this video. I just want to rant about the new updates with Forsaken and how to survive Guest and how to get good at parrying Guest. So, that's all I gotta say, and thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe, and... Get out!